Nobody knows exactly what Vladimir Putin is doing with 100,000 Russian troops parked on its border with Ukraine, but it's making a bunch of countries just a little bit nervous. Basically, the conflict boils down to land borders and strategic influence. Here are 5 key points to understand the conflict. Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union until 1991 when it dissolved and Ukraine declared its independence. However, they still share pieces of culture, and Putin has repeatedly said that Russians and Ukrainians are one people. The majority of Ukrainians are like, speak for yourself. Thank you. In 2014, Russian military forces invaded and grabbed the Crimean Peninsula from Ukraine. This took place in the aftermath of the 2014 Ukrainian Revolution, and it is part of the wider conflict. Let me give you a sub-explainer about NATO. In 1949, the US, Canada, and several Western European nations were like, so we need to do a little clique or something to protect ourselves from the Soviet Union. So they created the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, i.e. NATO. Since then, NATO has expanded to 30 countries, so imagine the 30 musketeers. You attack one of us, we are all in. Going back to Ukraine, Ukraine is not a NATO member, but it wants to be, and that would not be good for Russia. On one side, the Kremlin is demanding guarantees from NATO that Ukraine and Georgia would not join the alliance. On the other, the Biden administration and NATO allies say Putin can't deny Ukraine that right. After Russian troops went to the Ukrainian border, the West started accusing Russia of preparing to invade Ukraine. Now the Pentagon has 8,500 troops on standby for a possible deployment, and did not rule out the possibility of increasing that number. Russia, on the other hand, denies it has any plans to invade Ukraine and accuses the West of aggravating the situation.